ladies and gentlemen, is Dennis Greunling with Sophie Lord on bass, Vince Lee on the guitar, Rick Lee, no relation, on the drums. Here they are, Dennis Greunling!
Let's hear it for Vince on that guitar. Come on now. It is hot out here because of this man.
Another show, another bed waiting all alone. Cheer my name, pat my back. Hurry up, it's time to pack. He's coming steady, but that groove can't stop the man on the move.
hot out here or what? Come on. Woo! All right. Sophie Lord on the bass right here. Come on, make some noise. I travel all around. I've been doing this since I dropped out of high school. And I travel mostly and record with the Nick Moss Band out of Chicago. That's all right, you can applaud that. We got one fan. All right, right there. Thank you. We did win Band of the Year last year at the Blues Music Awards. We're up for it again this year. We just did a tour. I just flew home yesterday to LA, and those guys couldn't make it, but I made it here by the skin of my teeth. But we gotta do some Chicago blues. Anybody love Chicago blues out here?
That's why we all love the East Coast. Hey, anyway, from New Jersey.
This is for you blues nerds, the one or two of you that may actually be here. This is on the Checker label, the first record of the great Chicago blues piano player Otis Spann. And it had B.B. King on it and George and Monica Smith. By a man, but it could easily be written by a woman, if you know what I mean. Come on, Vince.
gonna be that woman's man. Where am I, New Jersey? Come on, California, make some noise!
Oh, that's a little better.
That's right! Jersey in the house! Get your body to it, yeah! Fucking A! Bring it down, Dennis!
We all come in on the one.
Well, there's one thing, babe, that I want you to see. Well, there's one thing, babe, that I want you to see. I got your number, babe. Baby, you can count on me. Two birds of a feather, baby, that's you and I. Birds of a feather, baby, that's you and I. I help you get to work, fly with you side by side. 'Cause you can count on me. Count on me. Count on me. Count on me. Three cheers for you, baby. That's how I start my day. Three cheers for you, baby. That's how I start my day. And the way you make me feel, get hip parade. From all four corners, you can let them come my way. From all four corners, you can let them come my way. But I won't stand my ground, nothing gonna make me sway. Count on me. Count on me. Count on me. Count on me.
I gotta catch my breath for a second, if that's all right.
Happy, my friend. Jersey.
I love what I do, but it still is a lot of work. This next number, are there any harmonica fans out there? I thought there may be a few. This is the first song I learned from my favorite harmonica player, Little Walter. It still is my favorite, and I've been dedicating it to friends. I know all of us have this in one way or another. We got friends that could not be replaced, and they left us for one reason or another. And I miss them dearly. Clarinet player Kenny DeVerne, guitar player Henry Carvajal, my good buddy in the music business Tom Heislip, William Clark, so many of them. But I'm putting this one out to another artist. And you can't really explain art or really in particular music. You gotta feel it. And that's how David Lynch liked to express himself, the movie maker. He was a painter, he did everything. And you couldn't explain it because you gotta feel it. So hopefully you all feel some of this in what we're doing here with Sad Hours. All right, sorry, just had to get that one out. You know, sometimes you just gotta feel the blues. know we got time for about one more. I am going to take it to Chicago again because it is a harmonica gig. I got to show some more Little Walter love. Please, before you give this band another hand, give a hand to Harmonica John for putting on this HarpFest. Sophie Lord on the bass right here. Rick on the drums, Vince on the guitar. I do have a few CDs left. I got red vinyl LPs and some other stuff back there. Come see me right after the show. After I get a bottle of water. There are some amps and mics up there as well. Yes, John. One, two, three.
so much. Thanks for coming out, supporting this awesome harmonica event.
Dennis Greunling, ladies and gentlemen. Came down from Atlanta. He's out of New Jersey.